see how to test the Auto-recloser. The first thing I want to do is simulate a full cycle of Auto-recloser in one shot. I will use external initiation. You can handle it externally, 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 externally. Communication scheme or directional support communication scheme or differential trapping, instantaneous trapping. And you can do it externally through what? Okay, all right. Here, our curve or our diagram consists of a part related to extenuation, a part related to circuit breaker status, and a part related to the Auto-recloser cycle. How will it proceed? First, I will give something like 5.2 kV pre-voltage, but everything was going smoothly without any issues. Yet, at this moment, I received an initiation. As soon as the initiation occurs, the date time will start counting. So, when will this initiation end? When the voltage gets cleared. We must say that when the initiation occurs here, there is also a signal that goes to the breaker from the same 94. The breaker will take 50 milliseconds to open. After 50 milliseconds, the breaker status was closed and then opened. When the breaker opens, the 94 will reset and the initiation will end. The initiation starts and continues for 2 years. And at the end of the 2 years, the initiation begins. At the end of the 2 years, the initiation begins. At the end of the 2 years, the initiation begins. At the end of the 2 years, the initiation begins. At the end of the 2 years, the initiation begins. At the end of the 2 years, the initiation begins. At the end of the 2 years, the initiation begins. What is its second state? If the breaker remains here, closed, the reclaim time improves from the moment the cross command is issued. If the breaker remains closed, after 10 seconds, the orbit ready or the virtual orbit mini function will eventually show you the virtual orbit as successful. If you receive initiation during this period, it will immediately be unsuccessful. Excuse me, do you have the opted birth certificate called Tamam? And if it came to you during this period? We must apply this. First, I will open the configuration. I will go to settings, choose operation on number of shots, select one, and then I will choose 2 shots. You have many options, and we will currently choose 3. Phase. It will only take 1 shot. And then a little later, we will finish it with 2 shots. As for the autoclave mode, you have several options, and we will choose the current one. Okay? Let's also mention here that there's no problem. You have the option to choose 1, 2, 3 phase or just 1, 2 phase or whatever. So what's the difference? Oh, the 1, 2, 3 phase is applicable only for the first shot. This is applicable only for the first shot. All the other shots come in 3 phase. So when I activate one time, where is this? You'll find T1, which is the time for single phase, 2 phase, and 3 phase. But T2 is only for 3 phase, which is 3, 4, and 5 because I have a maximum here. Hide the shots. All right, great. If you set it to 1, 2, or 3, what will happen next? If it receives a start signal, it will take that time, which is our time. If you have a register plus the virtual input called trip to P, this is your start input. If you have trip to P, then it will use the second for 2 phase. If you have a start with trip 3 phase, it will use the second for 3 phase. Of course, these are the hands we don't use. Excellent. Now let me say we are working on 3 phase. We press. Yes, we activate on the previous curse. Work on this time, which is 2 seconds. Great, excellent. Then we come to the start by circuit breaker open. We don't use the start with closure with the breaker open, okay? And then you get the auxiliary conduct, because it always asks you here for the state of the circuit breaker. Among the things, I wrote closure according to the diagram, we call it, that I got a start and it passes dead time. To issue a cross command, it must be that to initiate, the circuit breaker must be ready. The phrase circuit breaker ready is repeated to emphasize its readiness, ensuring the initiation process can start smoothly. This repetition highlights the importance of the circuit breaker's readiness for the process to begin, performs the challenges at the right time. Well, for example, this is 2 years. If you look here, your circuit breaker opened and was not ready when I gave it to the second one. 2, 3, it counts 2 years. And then it becomes ready again with you. If it is not ready, the technology itself will not work at all. Let's return to another position, the circuit breaker in ultra-normal operation, meaning that I have a contact that closes, or when the DC reaches the input pin, it means the circuit breaker is in cruise mode. Otherwise, it means the circuit breaker is in over mode. And this is my time, which is the dead time. And this is my reclaim time, which is about 10 hours exactly. I will come here in the configuration, of course, as long as the... Okay, initially the on and off function, I didn't make it through external control. I made it direct on. As we agreed, you could have done it through external control. But now for the test, we made it on. Of course, external control means that you will have a selector switch or push button available on the panel or a command coming from the SAS. Now I have connected my binary input. Here is the binary input that I use. I connected it here on, and at the same time, no need, you connected it, but it was enough for me. You are already present, choosing a trip mode, secret phase or motor closure, secret phase. You connected the binary input here for the breaker position, and here you have the CB ready. You made it go directly. In the sync, you made it go directly. You put all these conditions directly in place. Okay, your output or your output contact, here it is. You connected it to the closed CB, which is the close contact. Now the first step you have is initiation. What will happen is that it will become active and will go in progress after the date and time. Here, you will receive a close command and the breaker will return to being closed again, so it will indicate that it has become successful. Okay? We will come here to open the free window and it will open the general page. Say, it doesn't matter because I'm doing it externally, so there's no need to go down. It doesn't make a difference to me. Here, for example, I need 2 pages according to this diagram. I want to calculate the date and time correctly, so this date and time starts here and should be on a new page. So this is 1 page, and before it there are other pages, right? The period before it is pre-fault, right? I told them, so make 2 pages. So I need to tell it here the number of status pages, just 2 pages, 2. It doesn't require effort or planes. Just leave them as they are on a page. Okay, you come here in the configuration, create a new file, and select 2 binary outputs from the team. For example, we connect the first binary output and take it as a normally open contact, which is for initiation, and the second binary output from the team is taken as a normally closed contact, which is for save status. Very good. Then I'll go back here to the sequels. The first page is duration is long, its duration is long, and its duration is long. Okay, dear Kika, what is the best among them? The date? All right. Good. So in the morning, I reached 500 and I won't do and did. And the second page is where I will stand and make it a big button. Now we come to the arrangement of the binary output that will come out of the breaker. The binary output for the initiation, what do I want in the time? Here, after 500 milliseconds, from the start of the write, I tell it to change this after 500, but this will remain as it is. When the initiation breaker opened after 50, I come here and make this 550. Return here, the breaker status opened, and here the initiation went. Then you will reset the breaker to its usual position. Lochi, no problem. You will reset the breaker to its usual position. No problem. You will reset the breaker to its usual position. No problem. You will reset the breaker to its usual position. No problem. Just a simulation. What is it? I work on it. That's it. Clear to him. Okay. Clear. Give him what? A shortcut. We calculate the reclaim and change the output contact with the ready. We change the output contact with the ready. We change the output contact. Okay, let's change the output contact here. I will take your code from here. Who did he recommend me to? Pre-detail. Then we send the phone here and stop the phone until the phone is sent. Okay? And we just send the phone here, right? And we stop the phone, okay? and we stop the phone, okay, 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 and we stop the phone. Okay, look at the reclaim time now. Actually, I have the first contact, it's code that I took from the ready, is already working fine with me, no problem. Let's see, look, the most important thing is how the sequence is going with me. I want to calculate the reclaim time, meaning the third page here, right? Great, so everything before that I put on the third page. So we have pages, a page with pre-fault, a page with dead time, and the third page will have the reclaim time calculated. If you want to use these pages on the same page, there is no problem and it doesn't make a difference. Okay, let's arrange them. Page 1, page 2, and page 3. So we will use 3 pages. The first page is a normal pre-fault, and I say here, contact not used. Is there a problem if I leave it open or do something? There is a problem. What is the problem? You did a stop if goal. That is not marked, right? There is no marker for this checkbox. It actually won't stop, but if this contact changes its state, it will skip the page regardless of the time. For example, if 7 is timed at 5 and it closes after 200, for instance, if the initiation came and went, and the ready state will leave you. If ready goes, it means the contact is open. It won't stop the page, but it will skip the page. You will find the dynamics different because there are 300 milliseconds that were taken from you in the first page, which were not accounted for, even though the output contact is suddenly taking something by itself. Therefore, we decided to make all the output contacts unused on the second page. And we will do it in the time of the D at the date time, which is 2 seconds. The third page is where I will decide what to do when the contact closes, and it contains the stabilization from a long time ago. It doesn't need efforts or changes. Now, I will move on to the binary output. So, how will I handle the binary output? Let's look here. I will come here and tell it. First of all, the binary output should change its state after 500. Okay, reset when? After 550. And the burger opened, then the burger closed again. When did it close again? Count with me here, 500. Here 2000, so it becomes 2500. And here 100, so it becomes 2600. So here the break will close again after 2600 from the moment 0, where actually all the logic fails, thinking everything comes from the same time. So here it changed after 500 and returned to the state, of course, after 550 from time 0, and then it closed again after 500 and 2100, which means 2600, it returned to the normal state, closed. Is that correct? And then there's one that stays closed immediately after that. To get the reclaim time right? Okay, I'll bring up the relay screen and the start. What happens is, as soon as initiation becomes active, all in progress, a cross command is issued, bringing success for the break. How does it sit in the reclaim time? 10 seconds. What does each time number mean? So I have now obtained the reclaim time. Let's start now by making a 2-shot drawing. Let's calculate, for example, 2.2. Okay? We will make a 2-shot drawing and start working on it. Okay? Let's start making a 2-shot drawing and start working on it. Okay? Let's start working on it. Okay? Let's start working on it. Okay, let's start working on it. Now let's see what it means. To drink, 2 shots. Okay, how will our thing go? The first thing, the exact same thing happened to me here. External initiation. Yes, the first 5 millistatic pre-voltage. What did it say? It said external initiation, external initiation, external initiation, external initiation, external initiation, external initiation. Then, after that, for example, a cross comment happened. Okay, over time, it took 100 milliseconds. And after the breaker was fully tripped, it became closed. Let's assume, for example, after the trip, about 1 second during the reclosing time, another initiation happened because another fault occurred. So, what will happen to the breaker now? Is that it will return to being closed and then open again after 50 milliseconds. And here, the initiation will also go after 50 milliseconds, but the reclosing time is just for the breaker to open. However, after that, the reclosing time is cancelled. Once the initiation is captured, the reclosing time is cancelled at this point. Here, Azuz, we just put it on the side to clarify, but in reality, this arrow ends here at this point on. Once the initiation is captured, the auto-reclosure cycle 2 will start working with you. This second cycle is the dead time, And let's assume, for example, 3 seconds for the dead time. This will finish. Then another pulse will come out after 100 milliseconds, which is the time for the breaker to return, and it keeps repeating. And if the breaker remains closed continuously at the end of the dead time, which is 10 seconds, the relay will activate at the end of the reclaim time. If the relay doesn't activate and another initiation occurs, the reclaim time will start again. If you have a third shot, the same process will repeat. If you have a third shot, it will eventually give you an unsuccessful indication. We want to achieve this, meaning I want to calculate the dead time first. So I go to the settings and then to your settings. 2 shots, 3 shots. I have shots, and the second condition is seconds. All I chose the only thing that changed, and I sent. I will inject the Brevoort page, the Daytime 2 page, and the Zamana Al-Heta page. So this must be on a separate page, since this is the Brevoort page. Also the agent and the page that is Zamana Al-Heta. By the way, if you combine this with that, there are no issues because you, Kaiki, don't have any current or anything. Nor a boot, we have 2 pages. Okay, we have just 2 pages. So the first page heard this 500 plus 2 seconds. So it becomes 2500, 2600, 3600, right? So here it's a second and 102 seconds and 500. So it becomes 3600. So I'll come here, that's it. After it's done, all right, bring it here again. I'll come here. So the first page, let them be 2 pages, but the first page's time is 3600. And the second page is where the stop happens, correct? Nice. Now we come to the tricky part you have, nice. We'll come to the tricky part, how will it come out? Let's focus. The initiation will come out after 500, right? And it will settle after how much? After 550. The initiation will come out after 500 and will settle after 550. So I'll come here like this, 500 after 550. The initiation will be clear, and the breaker, what's with it? It went back to being open, fine, its state is good. After that, the breaker comes back here again. When does it close? After this, 500 plus 2000, which is like everything plus 100. Plus 2000, which should be plus who? Plus 2000, which should be plus who? So it becomes 2600, it becomes 2600. After 2600, the breaker closes again, correctly. After 3600 here, no, wait a moment, not 3600 here. You close the breaker again here, you want to open it again here. So when do you open it? This is the time of the first page, you set it to 3600. The initiation will come after, the initiation will come after, the initiation will come. After the initiation will come after, the initiation will come. After the initiation will come after, the initiation will come. After the initiation will come after, the initiation will come. After the initiation will come after, the initiation will come after, the initiation will come after. 3650. What happens when the screen goes and the breaker returns? Open it again and leave it open. Now the real thing is passing by you. Here's the good one. We must leave the key open and give it, all right, here we will give the key. It will just come here. How? Because unfortunately, we just did it with Ahel, and we will do it and send it. The banner will come here. With my reply, we will go out here with the close comment and send it. Good luck that. Save, save. But here we came to send the right IDs. But we will stop here now. That's it. We will send. We will move again. We have here our function, the line. We will put the second page. And then we will share that page. And we will share that page. And we will share that page. And we will share that page. Okay? So how am I like this? Did you count the night or not? And of course, as we agreed, I will start with you after that. From the beginning, we do reclaim time, 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 we do reclaim time. How much? Okay? All right, 2 times. So we will go up and stop here again. We will carefully press the bay with the second opera, and with precision, ensuring everything is in place. Now we want to improve the reclaim time for each encounter on a page, and it is on a page. Let's assume they are on my page. So I have 500, which is the initial time, plus 2, plus 1100, which are the 3600, very correct, plus 3. So it becomes 6600. Thus, the first page's time is 6600. The second page, notice the reclaim time. For the first page, I must tell you that the context is not used concerning the binary options. So, what is it? We will get the word and adjust the part. You can find in Nasser's word, yes. I don't show this because it's my time. Every time we press, of course I wait. Here like this and bring the bouquet. The bouquet is strong. Let's go. This is very strong, meaning this screen won't be. Now I'm in the same cycle. I was following, right? Am I wrong? After 3 revs, 650. 3 revs, 650, which is 3 revs, 600 plus 50. I had opened the breaker for it, right? Am I wrong? Then I close it again. You, up to this point, I am at 3 revs, 650, right? Aren't we here up to this point? Forget about this last episode. Why is that? No, you counted them by yourself, and we have to count them. Up to here, we put 650, shake 50 in reverse, becomes 600 plus, becomes 600, becomes 700. So we add 1 here as well. We put here 670, but we add 1. That's it. Everything goes back to its place. It seems open. Think about it. After 670, it goes back. You can restore the normal state when the page ends. Can you restore it? Yes, we can restore the page. Can we restore the page? Yes, we can restore the page. Can you restore the page? Yes, we can restore the page. Can you restore the page? Yes, we can restore the page. Can you restore the page? Yes, we can restore the page. Can you restore the page? Yes, we can restore the page. Can you restore the page? Yes. We will take this bulb so that no buzzing comes, so that no buzzing comes, so that no buzzing comes. Okay, look, we will take care of this bulb, it will go. Or if it comes, I am buzzing here. Of course, we return here. Okay, I will write. Implement this for the first shot. Breaker. If it succeeds, it starts counting the return time with me here. And this is the prayer for the Prophet. 10 hours, okay? And they're already done. Why do we have this time and return time? 1 shot and 2 shots.